For a long period of time, issuance of import duties and waivers have been manually done. This is said to have cost government a significant amount of revenue. It is believed that the introduction of an electronic portal will check all the leakages and improve the efficiency in managing the issuance of duty waivers and vehicle identification numbers.
Council's approval on a project which is designed to manage an automated gateway platform for the issuance of import duty exemption certificates as well as vehicle identification registration number. The Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning is responsible for the ministry, the country's national finances, and one of our responsibilities is implementing fiscal incentives that are used to attract investors, to promote non-oil exports, as well as to encourage industrialization programs and stimulate growth in the economy. So what we do is we handle applications for exemptions that come to the ministry for various categories of import duty payments and other tax incentives. And some of these exemptions include cover a number of sectors, and including the downstream gas utilization projects, the agriculture and agro-allied processing projects, aviation, commercial aircrafts, engines and spare parts, automobile assembly, iron and steel production, power including thermal, hydro, solar and wind, textiles, plants and machinery and equipment that are imported for use for mining operations.
The system, which will be developed and managed under a public and private sector partnership for a period of 10 years.
In the process of these exemptions, for a couple of years, we realized that government was actually ceding quite a significant amount of revenue through this process. And because the process was largely paper-based, we got approval today to automate this process, to enhance efficiency, to block possible leakages, and also to reduce the amount of time that the ministry takes to review this exemption request and provide the necessary approvals. This portal will be managed by both the Ministry of Finance as well as the Nigerian Customs Service. The vehicle identification number, that is the VIN database, will be available for any user to access to find out information on vehicles. And our own part, on the IDEC component, we'll be able to see how much waivers have been granted to which sectors, and also track the performance of those waivers and reduce the costs subsequently for government.
The council also reviewed the conflicts surrounding the existing road contract that links Oyo and Ogun states. It also approved over 40 billion naira for the implementation of 2 roads in Kano and Bauchi states.
Presented 2 memoranda seeking approval of the Federal Executive Council. The first memorandum was to resolve conflicts between existing contracts and to rescope those contracts so that the road can be completed. There were 2 of our contractors working in contiguous locations on the Ijebu-Igbo-Olomi road towards the Oyo State border, which is in Ogun State, and also the Ijebu-Igbo-Ita-Egba-Owonawe to Ibadan, connecting Oyo and Ogun State. So Council approved the revision of the scope of works between the 2 contractors at the existing contract price. So it was just a revision of scope of works, because we were not changing the contract price, but we were reassigning responsibilities. So because it was an existing council approval, we couldn't vary it in the ministry. We had to come back. So that's one. The other was the approval of 2 roads, the Tagwaye-Karasa road to Doguwa in Kano for 8.436 billion, and the Alkalere to Futuk road in Bauchi State for 32.015 billion. These are roads that were in the 2019 budget, so this is part of the implementation of the 2019 budget before the end of the year. Council also approved the award of this.
And the Ministry of Health was given a go-ahead to purchase 15 Hilux vehicles for the National Agency for Foods, Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC. The procurement will cost government 307 million naira.
In respect of contract under the Ministry of Federal Ministry of Health, had to do with the purchase of operational vehicles by NAFDAC. These 15 vehicles, which essentially are meant to improve mobility. You will know that, or you recall that essentially NAFDAC is a regulatory agency and has a lot to do in terms of field work. And so in order to improve mobility and enhance operational efficiency, that has to do with regulation, checking so many things, claims in terms of products, drugs, food items, water production, what have you. So they need to move around to check and confirm claims and certify. So that's the need for that operational vehicles. And these are Hilux vehicles, 15 in number. So that essentially was approved today by Council.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Sports has notified the Council of plans by the world boxing champion Anthony Joshua to present his belts to the Nigerian government. It is expected in a few days. From the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Ayobami Pashe, reporting for Core TV News.